I used to feel really, really nervous, and especially because I was afraid that things were going to end up on Google and that I wasn't going to be able to get a job. But then things did end up on Google, and I still had a job. So I became less nervous about a lot of those things. I actually started to look forward to doing events like this and look forward to answering questions and speaking with people, because that's what I like to do. It helps in the fact that it makes me very accountable. I don't have the option. Like when I was younger, I don't have the option to give up at this point, because I know that there are people who look up to me who would be like very upset, especially people who look up to me as a good, role model of someone who's really worked through things, so it keeps me like, I'm more responsible about my health than I was before I started doing public speaking, because I'm not only responsible for myself at this point, I'm also responsible to any of the youth that I've worked with. Yeah, it's become something I look forward to. I've really enjoyed the fact that I've gotten to take what was an incredibly negative experience in my life and actually turn it into like a series of really good opportunities. One of my favorite quotes is that suffering ceases to be suffering when you give it meaning. And that's what I feel like I'm doing, is I'm trying to give meaning to these bad experiences. It's hard to be concise and give all the correct information at the same time. Sort of, there's a lot of things I want to say. There's a lot of different options to questions, like, how do I help my friend who's hiding their mental illness? Like, that's like a list of 10 things. So it was hard to keep it like within 140 characters. I think it's a fantastic way to reach out, and I think it's a fantastic way to share things with people who otherwise wouldn't reach it. But I do like having sort of face-to-face contact with the people I'm speaking to, because you forget that your work means something to somebody when it's all on a computer screen, but when I'm actually talking to people and engaging with them, I'm like, oh yeah, this does mean something, like I am doing a good thing.